What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple Newtype, and in this episode we are returning to Missing Link. Last time both the Marcosius team and the Slave Wraiths went up against the Pale Rider. Both teams went into space, while both sides prep for Granada. We got to see a Zaku Z-Type in action, and Caecilia leaves to help Granada, but intentionally doesn't bring a big force. This time, the Battle of Solomon takes place. The Slave Wraiths steal a Hades system mobile suit, and Fixer goes up against Chloe and Pale Rider. So let's get into this. The attack on Granada begins. The captain wants to send out Chloe even though she is in rough shape. They find her completely passed out. The Graves team mission is to not engage and follow Chloe's lead. They are there to keep Pale Rider under control if things go bad. Shannon will be collecting battle data once Minovsky particles reach battle level. The Antium picks up a shipwrecked ball and some stragglers. The ship suddenly goes dark. They have a full power failure. Meanwhile, the hangar has a hazmat leak. They have to abandon the hangar. In the ball is the Slave Wraith team. They hacked in and created the hazmat warning. Fixer tells Hire to take Bomber's sidearm. Since the Pale Rider incident, they have been scrubbing all records of their movements, but the enemy still knows of their location. Bomber is a mole for Grave, but while piloting their ball here, Bomber didn't send any intel back to them. He asks why. He says he is playing the long game. Grave enticed Bomber with a cushy promotion for spying on them, but after the Pale Rider went awry, he realized he can't trust them and made a mistake. Hire doesn't think they could trust Bomber, but Fixer says that he forgives them. Back with Grave, Chloe wakes up in Pale Rider and is good to go. Shannon thinks to herself, man, Chloe looks haggard, and wonders what drugs they are giving her. They get behind the solar flare system and they fire it on Zeon. Fun fact, according to the Mobile Suit Big Book of Tactics and Strategy, the focal point of the solar system reaches temperatures of the sun. So this first giant laser solved the vaporization issues, so every giant laser after this is about making this shoot at a longer distance. Then you get the Crossbone Gundam where they shoot at Earth all the way from Jupiter. Shannon launches in the Gun Cannon 2, which we broke down in our Hooligan saga. She follows Pale Rider. While on board the ship, the Slave Wraiths find a mobile suit. Pale Rider handles business. Shannon notes that no human should be able to move like that. Diver intercepts all incoming messages. Fixer and Bomber find the Pale Rider Cavalry. The RX-80PR-2 Pale Rider Cavalry is the mass production test unit of the Pale Rider project. This is more or less the same as the original Pale Rider, but limiters were placed on the Hades system, though it doesn't guarantee the pilot won't go berserk. Many weapons are removed to make way for the composite weapon, Sekina. This 3-in-1 weapon has a Gatling gun, a mega beam launcher, and a micro missile launcher. Other weapons include Vulcans, 2 beam sabers which can be swapped out for a beam javelin, the XBR M79H2 hyperbeam rifle, and a shield. Bomber says that Hades backs up the pilot with an operating system, but in reality, Hades takes control and tears the pilot's body apart. Chloe tells Shannon that there is a malfunction in her beam cannons. Shannon suggests that they return to base. Then Solomon shakes and explosions go off. Out of the asteroid comes Chicken McZam. Pale Rider moves in as it attacks the Tiamat fleet, but even Chloe gets trampled. Fixer launches in Cavalry with the other Slave Wraiths. He tries to act cool by saying, "We are coming for you, Grave." But then Fixer says, "What the hell is that thing?" All his aura went away when he spotted the Big Zam. The Big Zam comes in and tries to slugger Fixer. "Don't get sluggered!" Grave learns that Tiamat's flagship has gone down. The Antium Columbus ship goes down as well. Big Zam hits Forrestal. Chloe is dead in the water. Shannon tries to reach her on the comms. Passing by her is the Gundam along with a core booster. Oh no, Slugger is about to get sluggered. The Marcosius crew learns that Dozel and Solomon has fallen, and they are to help with any retreating soldiers. The Forrestal is getting its hangar patched up. Shannon hugs Chloe for surviving. The Pale Rider is in rough shape after trying to tank the Big Zam. They learn that Operation Star 1 is in full effect. The Columbus, the Antium, was their supply ship, so things are going to get harder for them. They lost Pale Rider Cavalry, so they are pushing their own remaining Hades system to the limits. They don't care about Chloe's life. A gem brings a rogue survivor from the Antium. It is the captain. He tells him that their ship was locked down due to a hazmat outbreak, and says it was the captain's direct orders. But he did no such thing. He blames the Antium captain for losing the cavalry and shoots him in the face. The Slave Wraiths barely made it out of the Solomon area alive, and are currently hiding in a destroyed Musai. Fixer has whiplash from taking so many G's to the face in Pale Rider. He says, "I nearly passed out. What's the point of Grave making a mobile suit that makes you pass out?" Bomber has cyber Newtype drugs and gives them to Fixer. He likens it to doping in sports like anabolic steroids. Fixer wonders if he will stoop to taking drugs to be on their level. He thinks he has no choice, but you can see it in his eyes. He wants the drugs. Hire paints the Slave Wraith logo on Pale Rider and gives it a blue and gray color palette. The Slave Wraiths know that the push for A Baoa Qu will be the Federation's last battle. They will seek a surrender after that. The war is about to end, and they have to stop Grave before that happens. They are fixing up a Komsai. Hire says that he still doesn't trust Bomber as he teases him. While looking into Vincent, Fixer's son, Diver learns that Zeon is clearing out in a bunch of sectors in space. Degwin and General Revel meet when out of nowhere, the solar ray vaporizes their fleets. See, it's only been 2 days and it's already more long range. Fixer knows that Giran used his own father as bait to fire on Revel's fleet. Vincent listens to Giran's speech. He is in a Gelgoog high mobility R-type with the rest of the Marcosius team in Rickdoms and Zaku's. Rose is in the Bishop. A young cadet named Albert is excited to join the battle with the team. Oh, he's gonna die. The commander tells everyone but Albert not to get themselves killed. The Federation begins moving in on A Baoa Qu. Grave knows the Pale Rider program is up in the air now that General Revel is dead. He has to get chummy with the next general that takes his place. People tell Shannon not to get too close to Chloe because after the war, they're going to definitely dissect her brain. The Slave Wraiths make it to A Baoa Qu in their janky Comsat. Fixer says, alright, time to do a little bit of drugs. Just a little bit of drugs. No slippery slope here. Grave tells Chloe it's time to destroy all Zeon's ships. Don't hold back and waste time on mobile suits. Pale Rider launches. She does what is ordered and takes out some Musais. One captain sends out an SOS to the Marcosius team, but their Musai is destroyed before finishing their message. The Marcosius team sees the red eyes of the Pale Rider, and they move in on the target. The cadets stay back while Captain Schneid and the others move in. They are able to surround her and they attack, but Shannon pushes Chloe out of the way. One Zaku takes a Heat Hawk and chops off Chloe's legs and shoots her at point blank range. Hey, he shot the head. That does nothing. This makes Chloe rage. The Slave Wraiths move into position. Diver and Hire stay behind. If the Federation wins, they will link up with any surviving Feddies. If they lose, they will take the Komsai to Zeon. Diver gets a radio signal. Fixer's son and the Marcosius team is fighting against Pale Rider. He launches in Cavalry. Pale Rider rages on. Rose tries to use the Bishop's wired finger cannons. Diver says that Fixer needs to go save his son. They will always have another opportunity to get Grave, but if he doesn't help Vincent, he will regret it. The Slave Wraiths change course. Rose is relentless with the Saikomu finger cannons, but Pale Rider inches closer and closer to her. Vincent intercepts Chloe. Pale Rider shoots and kills Liberio. There goes your sharpshooter. The Gelgoog has Pale Rider pinned. Vincent tells Guy to use his big sword and kill both of them. Guy slices down, but Pale Rider is too fast and he takes out Vincent's Gelgoog. Luckily, he ejected. Chloe is savage as she could spot Vincent, a tiny human in the vastness of space. Pale Rider takes out Guy. Everyone but Albert died. Well, I was totally wrong on that. The Marcosius team is in critical condition, but Fixer and Cavalry finally approaches. He notices that Vincent is okay. He made it just in time. Now to unload this entire payload, since Fixer also used a Hades system mobile suit. He knows how many Gs it takes to dodge his missiles. So he is going to stress test the Pale Rider and see how many Gs Chloe could take. Her heart starts to hurt, but Fixer tries to tell her that the drugs and Hades are going to destroy her. He says that Grave will throw her under the bus just like the assassins, but this just makes her angrier. Chloe destroys the Sekina composite weapon. It's time for a sword fight. Shannon is still alive. She runs into Bomber, who wants her to come back with the Slave Wraiths. But they are enemies now that he chose not to be their mole. He shows Shannon Chloe's readings. It's over the limit, and her heart is going to give out at any minute. The two continue fighting. Chloe's heart tenses up. This chapter does a great job at showing you their fight. This coverage isn't going to do it justice. Pale Rider's right arm gives out. The two Pale Riders clash. Fixer slams her head into an asteroid. We flash back to the colony drop. Following that, nuclear winter began, and rain fell and the sun disappeared behind the clouds. It seems like the Federation during the Australian cleanup just took all the orphan children they found, threw them into the Fedi system. It's not human trafficking if you do it for your nation. She wakes up to Shannon's face. Fixer tells her that they are planning an operation against Grave. If they fail, they will most likely all be executed for war crimes. He wants Vincent to take Chloe with him. She came from a family that Zeon colony dropped, and was forced into this war through pain and suffering. Fixer tells his son to show Zeon that she is a product of the cycle of pain. I mean, Zeon will realistically still execute her, but whatever. Hire will take them in the Comsai to Zeon. Shannon and Chloe bid farewell. The Comsai heads toward a nearby Zanzibar. Vincent looks at Chloe and thinks of his friends that she just killed. In the background, A Baoa Qu falls. And that will do it for this episode. Fixer is doing what he can to help his son. All he could do is hope for his survival as the war comes to an end. He also recognizes the cycle of violence more so than most people. A lot of Newtype enhancements during the 1-year war were borderline inhumane, and many autonomous groups like Grave were testing the limits of cruel and unusual punishment. Next time, we conclude Missing Link. The slave wraiths go face to face with Grave. The war ends, and we skip forward to UC-0085, and Vincent pilots Pale Rider. But that will do it for now, Newtypes. Remember, take cyber Newtype drugs responsibly. Peace.